Hi, Elmwood community. I'm doing a few little health tips today on hand washing and ways to stay safe for COVID. So I'm going to include hand washing and donning and doffing the use of masks in this COVID time. And obviously the use of a sink and soap and water is going to be the most important and the easiest and the safest to get rid of any germs and viruses in this time. And when you can't have access to a sink, obviously we are going to have access to hand sanitizer around the school, and we're going to encourage frequent hand washing and hand sanitization breaks, and your teachers will remind you, of course, when these are going to occur. You will notice in our bathrooms we will have extra soap dispensers, and we have brown hand paper towels now available for you. You will have access to the hand dryers, but we are recommending you using the brown disposable paper towels. Please, we would like to remind you, discard the brown paper towels in the garbage bins and not in the toilets, because our plumbing cannot take the brown paper towels into our toilets. They don't flush well. When you are hand washing, if you have visible dirt on your hands, you must go and use soap and water in the bathrooms. And the last things that you're supposed to be touching would be, you want to have your hands cleanest and you want to dry your hands with a paper towel. So once your hands are clean, try not to touch the taps and the doorknobs. Sometimes that's tricky to do, but we're going to have the garbages set up so that they're right at the exits to the doors, so that you can keep the paper towels in your hands at the very end and then just discard it as you exit the doors. If you are wearing your long sleeve blouse or your long sleeve fleece or your green sweater, you can tuck your hand in and use that to touch the doorknobs or even to turn off the faucets sometimes, because you're going to wash your uniforms and your sweaters pretty much on a daily basis. When you are washing your hands, it's really, really important always to wash for long enough. And it's kind of at least 15 to 20 seconds. And I know you've probably heard say the alphabet, nice and slow, or sing a song. And that is important. If you have rings, we don't want you to lose your rings. But do remember that if you're at home, just bare hands are the best way. But at school, nice short nails are really, really important. And do the backs of your hands as well as the front of your hands, okay? So the hand sanitizer works well, but soap and water is ideal. You are going to notice that in every one of your classrooms, when you're not have accessible to the bathroom, you will be asked entering a classroom as well as exiting the classroom to give yourself a little hand cleaning, and your teachers will remind you of that. Wearing a mask now, as you probably are all aware, you are going to be wearing cloth masks from grade 4 to grade 12 at school. These are called non-medical masks. So cloth masks, you might hear the term called non-medical mask. 2-ply at least is recommended. So you probably have seen ways to make a t-shirt mask or different variations of a mask, but we are recommending 2, if not 3-ply is better. 1-ply masks are not suitable. When you are putting on your mask, you must wash your hands before putting on the mask. And it's really, really important that you don't touch the face part of your mask. So you have your mask and there's earpieces. So always touch just the earpieces. Take it out of your baggie that you would be carrying it in, because it's clean in the baggie. You're never putting it in your pocket, in your purse loosely, in your hoodie pocket. It's always going to be carried in a protective covering, and you're taking it out by the earpiece, and then you wash your hands first, and then you're putting it on and looping it around your ears, okay? Then you can pull it up gently to cover your nose and your mouth. If it doesn't cover your nose and your mouth fully and fit firmly without having gaps, it's not properly fitting. So you must reassess and get yourself a properly fitting cloth mask. Ideally, the coloring on the inside of the mask is a different color material on the outside of the mask, so that you can keep track of which is the dirty side and which is the clean side. Here's a little tricky point about the mask. When you go to take it off, wash your hands first, because you're going to be touching your mask. The only time you touch your masks are when you put it on and when you take it off. If I have my mask on my face, which I can't really put on and talk to you properly, and I touch the face part of my mask, I've now contaminated my mask and it's no more good for use because I've brought the germs from my hand up into my mask and I've pushed them potentially into me. So you never readjust your mask. That's really tricky to do. If you've been wearing a mask, you're going to know you're going to be, I kind of maybe readjust my mask. So it might be, we're going to give you friendly reminders during the day. You've readjusted your mask. You can try to readjust your mask using the earpieces, but it must be covering your nose. The contaminated part, you would think is the part you're breathing into all day long, but it's actually the external part. So when I go to take it off, I've washed my hands and I'm taking it off by the earpieces and I'm folding it the outside away from me. Because the dirty part is what's been facing all the public people. Because I want to eat my lunch now, but I want to wear it again. So the dirty part, I folded it away. And now by the earpieces, I've put it in my Ziploc bag. I've sealed it up. And then I can put it in my bag, my purse, my knapsack, or my pocket. Cloth mask or a non-medical mask, if it's not soiled, not moist, not dirty, I can wear it again. So after I eat my lunch, I can take it out by the earpiece, and I know the dirty part that's been facing my external people is on the inside. I unfold it, and I can put it back on my face after I've washed my hands. So every time I put my mask on, I take my mask off, I wash my hands before and after. But the trickiest thing that I see is that people don't wash their hands before they put it on, don't wash their hands before they put it off, and they don't fold it away from them, and they definitely don't put it in a little baggie. Now, it's the end of the day, I'm getting in my mom's car, I want to take it off. Okay, I wash my hands before I get in the car. Before I take it off, I put it in my baggie, because then when I get home, your mom's gonna have her mask, your dad, you, brother, sister, whoever, these bags are gonna get dropped open right into the washing without being touched. My pet peeve is when I'm seeing masks, medical masks, the blue ones, and cloth masks dangling from people's rear view mirrors in the car, because what's happening there, girls, is that all the germs that I've acquired on my mask all day long and all the stuff that I maybe have breathed in are now being blown around in your air conditioning in your vehicle all. So don't dangle. And if you see people dangling their masks on their rear view mirrors, say, don't do that, take that down. I don't want to breathe your germs. You're gonna see your teachers are wearing, or now, or you see other people and you might have what's more like a medical mask, a blue mask, okay? These you can't wear day in and day out, okay? You can wear them for one day if they stay clean and dry, and blue side is out. Usually they have a metal part at the nose. And again, I'm handling them here by the earpiece. I'm washing my hands before I put them on. I put it on. I can pinch the nose under my glasses. And then when I take it off, I wash my hands first, and then it's easier to see what I'm doing is I'm folding it this way. So you see, this is where I was breathing all morning, and the dirty side is the blue side. And then I put it in my baggie that way. But at the end of the day, this one's garbage. Really super important that it's thrown away in a proper garbage bin. We don't know where this has been, and we don't want our caretakers to be picking up masks all over the school. And I know you've probably seen them all over the sidewalks now all of a sudden. People are throwing away masks everywhere because they don't want them kind of at home. So they're gonna put them in a proper garbage can always. So these ones are one use only, but if they stay clean, you can wear them for the one day. The masking does not take away from distancing. Okay, so even when you have your mask on, you must still respect that 2 meters of distancing. So you still want to be, so 2 meters is 6 feet. I'm only not even 5.5 feet. Okay, so a good body person away from the next person. And you're going to see signs on the floor, and we're going to help remind you, but you still need to be far enough away from the next person. If you want to imagine it's wintertime and you're breathing cold air outside, and that mist of smoke of your breath when you're breathing and it's cold out and you see it, that's when we're breathing and talking. That's how much moisture gets released. So we just want to make sure we stay, my breath doesn't breathe onto the next person in front of me or around me. So distancing still must be maintained even if you have a mask on. It doesn't filter all the germs, but it helps. Okay, so the mask and the distancing and staying with the people that you're going to be assigned with. So all those things are really helpful. Even with the mask, when you're coughing, you can still have a tissue, a Kleenex. There's going to be Kleenex tissues around the school, or still into your elbow is very helpful, because again, we don't have these really high-end N95 masks that the medical professionals wear. You still must respect the proper type of coughing and sneezing. The masks don't cure everything, but all these things together really help us stay safe. Great, girls. Thank you very much. If you have any questions at all, you can ask your teachers. You can come and ask me. You can email me. Look forward to seeing everybody soon.